Hello everybody, welcome back to my channel where skincare is all about progression over perfection because perfection doesn't exist, despite what TikTok would have you believe, because today I want to talk about an issue. I'm going to sound like a bitter old person now, but an issue I have with TikTok, in particular the beauty genre, skincare, makeup genre of videos over on TikTok, because there is a few issues that I feel like YouTube had already exhausted that we're seeing pop up on TikTok, and for me, this is what puts me off the platform altogether. Bearing in mind this is from like a consumer influencer point of view, I love TikTok for dog videos, horror content, random shit, you know? But when it comes to the beauty side of it, I get reluctant to even post on there because of the issues we're going to talk about today. There's not really going to be any visuals in this video, so if you just want to put me on while you do some housework or in the background or whatever you do. So let's get into it. I want to talk about fake reactions. Now, this is kind of like a silly one, but not really at the same time. So one thing I actually noticed on YouTube is when reaction videos blew up is there is a lot of people doing fake reactions where you can tell they've watched the videos already, they've thought about their response, you know, made notes on it, and then they're recording themselves watching it and pretending like they're shocked by everything. And I found that when I did my reaction videos, my genuine reactions were really boring kind of thing. When I watched the videos back, I was like, you know, I wasn't like, like, you know, like thumbnails would have you believe. So I don't do those reaction videos anymore. I kind of like, let's watch this together. We've all seen this, let's watch it and talk about it. But that's the thing is, real reactions, unless you're putting on the reaction faces, aren't that interesting. They're not, they're just not. But TikTok creators take it to a whole other level. And a lot of bigger beauty creators, I feel, they feel the need to have these crazy reactions to very simple products, subpar products, in order to make them more exciting and more interesting, in order to drum up interest in their video or the sponsored product they're talking about. And you can see their fake reactions because the more popular and the more views these people get, the more over the top they're becoming, the more animated their faces are, the bigger their reactions are to really subpar products. And whilst I feel TikTok started as less curated, not as planned content, unlike YouTube, which can be 10-minute, usually scripted pieces, whereas that's not really the case anymore. They want products that have shock value in order to make their video popular. Some kind of drastic before and after, and judging by the really fake reactions and over-the-top reactions, these are products that they've tried before, they've bought them, used them to make sure that the product is even content worthy. There's also this annoying thing, right, where they'll stitch a video and pretend to be shocked by what they're seeing. They're like, and they just happen to have that product and it's like the first time they're trying it, when obviously, then they're like, let's see if this works. When obviously what they've done is they've viewed that video, they've gone and got the product if they didn't have it already, and then now they're doing a reaction to it. Why can't they just be like, I've seen this product everywhere, I got it, let's try it. Instead of being like, is it gonna work? Let's try. And then they, you know, do it and then they're like, it's so cringeworthy. It's like horrible. And the reason this really irks me is because I feel like it's too planned. They're faking this reaction, probably a huge exaggeration of their actual initial reaction and feelings about this product, making the product either seem way better than it actually is or way worse than it actually is. There's no in between, like, oh, that's a good product. Or, not for me, or, oh yes, that's working, because that does not make a good short TikTok video. But a short TikTok video, you need those over-the-top reactions, almost fake reactions and fake reviews, really. It reminds me of like children's TV. They're like, come on kids, let's see if this works. Wow! You know, it's too much for me. And it's a whole other genre of beauty reviewing that I just can't get with at all. On the note of like reviews and talking about products, there is not enough time to explain everything you need to explain about a product on TikTok. And then this is a big issue in particular when it comes to experts online. TikTok, of course, is those short videos. I'm pretty sure they're gonna start allowing 10-minute videos on TikTok, but no one wants to use TikTok for that. You know, I wanna go to the toilet, scroll through some TikTok things and then leave it. Shorter form content performs better on TikTok. My issue personally as a content creator and someone reviewing products is there's never enough time to explain fully how you feel about product. And just off on a tangent quick, I actually used to mock like the lack of effort that goes into making a 15-second video, even 30-second video, but it is hard. It is hard. It's hard work, and there has to be some real talent there in order to grab people's attention and grow on that platform. But because of this time limit, you can't properly go through the pros, the cons, the grey areas of the product or the subject you're talking about. So then all the comments are filled with, well, what about this? Well, you said this about this product, but you're saying this about that one. What about this ingredients? You actually said this in the other video. And as a creator, you spend more time in the comments explaining everything that you could have just explained in a YouTube video. I know it sounds bad. And obviously I'm biased towards YouTube, but when it comes to product reviews especially, these short reviews can really demonize a product for no real reason, or make it go viral for no real reason at all, because with TikTok videos, you have to go one way or the other. Good or bad, it can't be somewhere in between and get attention. I always compare TikTok videos, especially when like product reviews, to like news article headlines. With a 15-second video, you get to read the article headline and not all the story that bulks out that headline, explains what that catchy headline is actually all about. You know, they're the original form of clickbait. And the article contains all the important information. And we're seeing this really when it comes to professionals on the platforms, whether that's doctors, nutritionists, scientists. A lot of them making broad statements in videos to make the video click-worthy and viral and make this viral content, yet lack the nuance and grey areas that a lot of these subjects have that you just cannot get down to in a 15-second video. And of course, this is the world we live in. A lot of people would much rather just watch a 15-second video and take it at face value. I completely get that. Like, why would you delve deeper into these topics when you have a professional telling you in a lab coat what the facts are? But a perfect example of this is a dermatologist who recently went viral for all the wrong reasons, saying that sunscreen is toxic or there are some toxic sunscreens and here are the safe ones to use. And then you can see him backpedaling in the comments when people are calling him out on this video saying, you're a dermatologist, why are you calling sunscreens toxic when you know that's not it? And his backpedaling in the comments saying the video didn't really explain what I meant properly, and he says if you read the article it says that not all sunscreens are bad, etc, etc. But it's too late. You put that information out there already. And a broader comment really was, a lot of these professionals make great medical professionals. Not a lot of them are great influencers. And I know it sounds like not difficult to be an influencer, but you learn certain things as an influencer, being an influencer for 7 years, that you don't learn being a dermatologist for 7 years, for example, whatever profession. And once you hit a certain point, you do become an influencer whether you like it or not. Just because you have a title at the beginning of your name, it doesn't mean you're not considered an influencer. And one of the things you learn is that the internet will believe whatever you tell them. Therefore, you have to consider what you say in whatever limited amount of time is going to stick, especially if you're wearing a lab coat or scrubs. Essentially, as an influencer, especially somebody with a title or a profession, you cannot let an article, because you're going to get people interviewing you, you cannot let an article misrepresent you. You just can't. That has to go through your management. You have to come to an agreement. You cannot let them fluff up what you say in order to make their article clickbaity, because that reflects poorly on you and that's your responsibility. But all this you can't do in a 15-second video. I think makeup is different in the sense that, well, it's not, there are some things, but if you're just showing how a product looks, 15 seconds is all you need, right? But if you want to talk a bit more about it, how it feels on the skin, its lasting power, sometimes you need a bit longer. On that note, let's talk about the constant need to go viral on TikTok and the overuse of the word viral. We discussed this before, but I feel like content creators on TikTok especially constantly need to make a product go viral. It's always like this viral product, this viral product. And we see that a lot, especially here on YouTube, where we make videos about viral TikTok skincare, because it's worth kind of plucking them out and seeing what's really worth it and what's not, because the word viral on TikTok means nothing really. The issues over there is there was like, this product's gone viral. No one's ever heard of it. Trying this viral product, it launched yesterday. Do you know what I mean? Like, it's not viral. Viral used to mean hundreds of millions of views, or, you know, and when it comes to a product, it will be selling out. And those products we still see today, because being viral meant something so different back then. You were huge. The product was huge. The products are now iconic products. These are products that change the face of beauty, whereas now something goes viral, it's popular for a week, and then the next viral product pops up to make way for the next viral product. But I also feel like people can make a product viral nowadays by simply saying it is. And because people attach the word viral to like positivity, usually like a good product, something viral must mean it's good and everyone's loving it. That's not the case. So usually these other products that deserve way more attention gets overshadowed by these almost gimmicky viral products. And that's really all it comes down to, is people wanting a viral video, and a good way to do that on TikTok is to use a viral product or pretend something's going viral so that more and more people watch it. Doesn't mean the product is any good, and that's why I do those testing viral, TikTok viral skincare videos, because Viral means nothing over there. Absolutely nothing. There's a shop that I had to unfollow, a K-beauty shop, because they're always like, we just got this viral K-beauty product in stock. It's new. No one's ever heard of it. It's not viral. You're just trying to sell it. It's so annoying. TikTok is like constantly being lied to, video after video after video. So annoying. Kind of similar to that is the constant need to discover the next best thing. Why aren't people talking about this? You know, kind of thing. It's exhausting. It's constant. It's exhausting. This discovering of a product or a product hack or a beauty secret that we talked about 2 years ago. It's like, this again? Why are we doing this again? Like, give it room to breathe. It's only been a year. It's only been 2 years. To the point where I actually consider posting my videos from 5 years ago on TikTok because they feel more current over there. Do you know what I mean? Or people just plain making up shit in order to go viral. I think it's more prevalent in the makeup space because a lot of people like to make certain techniques go popular and then pretend they created that. They try and take ownership of that. And my brother's discussed this before, saying, you know, someone will post a makeup technique and then someone else will do it and they'll be like, why don't you credit the original creator? Then tag the TikToker. And Robert's like, this technique was created 20 years ago. It's taught to makeup artists everywhere. They didn't create it. And it's the same with skincare. There are a lot of popular esthetician techniques that people take ownership of and claim they invented it despite it predating their online presence. And again, it's this need to have an authority over a particular space and particular product and particular technique in order to go viral and be popular for something. Body slugging. Body slugging is the new one. I saw videos and people like, body slugging is just putting what you use to slug your face on your skin, right? But I've seen videos of it and they're just using body moisturizers. You're just moisturizing your body, which everyone does. Like, people chat absolute shit over there. I think I'm sounding more and more like a grumpy old man the more into this video I go. Another point, filters seem to be acceptable over there, despite being very, very obvious as well. They seem to be the norm, especially in the skincare content creator space. Now, I wouldn't say these are like your bigger skincare content creators. Makeup ones, definitely. But people who take on skincare sponsorships use very obvious skin filters. If you're just having fun on TikTok and you want to use a bit of a filter, whatever, knock yourself out, it's fun. But when it comes to sponsored content, or you're talking about how a product improved the look of your skin, and you're using a filter, I'm not okay with that. And they're discussing how you look so young for products like Botox in a bottle. It's like, you got a filter on. But then you go to the comments in these videos and people are like, wow, your skin looks amazing. No one seems to clock that a filter is being used at all. No one's saying like, I'd love to see your skin filter free. People just don't realize. And at first I was like, it's TikTok. These people are younger. They probably don't understand what filters are or how they work. But when you look at the comments, they're not. It's not all like, but even teenagers and preteens are more than clued up on filters nowadays because everyone uses them. It just seems to be excusable to use a filter over there. It's very reminiscent of early YouTube beauty reviewers for me. They all used to use very heavy filters, strong lighting. Nikki Tutorial still uses that really strong blur. And it does remind me, like the bigger creators remind me of those early creator days. And I know TikTok used to have like a standard, like when you upload, the filter was just there, like the beauty filter for some reason. And I think they've taken that off now. But overall, of course, as we know, it leads to untrustworthy reviews, especially when it's paid adverts. The brand should know better. TikTok has an ad disclosure problem. Overall, throughout everyone. People are either not disclosing their ads or not disclosing them properly. And I sound like the filter ad police. But it's the law. 1. Brand partner is not enough to say you are receiving money for creating this review. It's not. People can be brand partners without receiving any compensation other than free gifts, and gifting is not the same as being sponsored. 2, I don't know why creators do this. This makes you look dodgy as fuck. To me, it makes you look like you're ashamed to be working with this brand or being paid to talk about this brand or taking sponsored content overall. And why would you be ashamed? Because you don't truly like that product and you don't truly like the brand. You're just getting your money and you don't trust yourself to take on sponsorships from products you actually like. And this is the same for people who are like, I don't take on sponsorships. Why? Because you don't trust yourself to give an honest review if you're receiving money. And I get that there's a mistrust between the audience and influencers, because there are some really shitty influencers out there who will review anything, like shit on a stick, they'll give a positive review. But it's your responsibility and your job to build that trust with your audience, because your audience are going to know if you're talking shit or not. Because when they trust you, they'll know you're only working with brands you truly actually love. Bit of a tangent. The next point is it's actually illegal here in the UK to not use the term #ad, #sponsored. brand partner does not cut it. And I'm not sure how it's going on in the rest of the world right now. In my opinion, not disclosing ad makes the content creator look suspicious and the brand look like they don't care. But most of all, it doesn't do the product you're being paid to talk about justice. Like, why? Because you should be able to be proud of the product you're talking about. But over on TikTok, it just seems fine. It goes unnoticed. People don't care. Whereas on YouTube, I can talk about anything. I could talk like a free product I got, and people would be like, well, this is clearly sponsored. This is clearly sponsored. I could do it on TikTok and no one would bat an eyelid. It's like it's a whole social media platform that's starting again, and like people are like starting from the beginning, and people are yet to notice that people are doing unpaid undisclosed sponsorships. It's bizarre to me. Final one, I just want to end on a bit of a petty one. Does it annoy anyone else when people bounce into the frame like this? I've got a new product I need you to try. This is the product. Like, sit down. Fucking sit down. It's so annoying, and they're bouncing through the whole video. It's like, why are you bouncing into frame? You can't just sit there and talk about a product. Do something exciting in a frame. Why are you bouncing? Anyway, I'm getting petty and stupid now. Let's end this video. Let me know what you think down below. I do love TikTok as a platform for other things. I just think there's a lot of work to do in the beauty space when it comes to authenticity, really. You can watch some more TikTok related content here and some general light entertainment here, and I'll see you over there.